accidentally fire a missile? Did somebody trip? So, a good news day at last. Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe is on her way home. In fact, by the time you see this, she should be reunited with her wonderful husband, Richard, who has campaigned relentlessly for the last 6 years to get her home. Of course, Liz Truss, Foreign Secretary, is taking the credit for this. I don't know, maybe she's done some good, but you know, I don't think it would have happened in the first place had Britain just not honoured its debt and paid the 300-400 million it owed to Iran. So there's a lesson in this whole debacle. So glad she's going to be reunited with her family. Glad that whatever the breakthrough was happened. And as I say, there's a lesson to be learned. Britain, pay your debts. Stop stealing from other countries and thinking you can get away. So there are two questions I've got to ask the Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi. First one, on March the 9th, somebody accidentally fired a missile from India, a nuclear power, into Pakistan, another nuclear power. What the hell was that about? And how do you accidentally fire a missile? Did somebody trip and press a button? For goodness sake! What on earth is going on? And the second question I've got to ask is why in some states are young girls being asked to make a decision between their faith and the hijab? Pulling the hijab off the heads of Indian schoolgirls is not a good look for the world's largest democracy. Come on, Modi, sort it out and sort it out now.
What is it about war that brings out the worst in people, really? And the media come to that. Come and have a go if you think you're Vlad enough. I just despair. Strap headline, I intend to kill as many as I can. Can you imagine if that front page was on Syria or Iraq, Yemen, Afghanistan when it was occupied by NATO? Can you imagine the outrage if that guy carrying the gun was a Muslim? The double standards and the vile sort of macho behaviour of the media in Britain and probably elsewhere in Europe is shocking. You know, I stand in solidarity with the Ukrainian people, but not at any price. I'm sure many of you will have heard of the Palestinian resistance poet Mahmoud Darwish. He was born in Alba in Galilee, a village that was occupied and later razed to the ground by the Israeli army. He is the author of 30 or so poetry books and 8 books of prose, and he won all sorts of cultural and art prizes. Believe it or not, he was imprisoned in the 60s for reciting poetry and traveling between Palestinian villages without a permit. That's why he earned the title of resistance poet and was placed under house arrest when his poem Identity Card was turned into a protest song. Sadly, he died in 2008 in Texas, but not before penning this poem, which is so relevant today I want to read it to you all because it could be about Ukraine, and it's certainly about the futility of war. The war will end. The leaders will shake hands. The old woman will keep waiting for her martyred son. The girl will wait for her beloved husband, and those children will wait for their hero father. I don't know who sold our homeland, but I saw who paid the price.